to the last but not least presentation and sharing session by Professor Dato Dr. Ahmad Nazri Muhamad Ludin. Dr. Nazri. Hello, Dato.
Hello.
Hello, yes, Dato. The floor is yours.
You can hear me. Okay, right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. D. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Thank you very much, Dr. Diana. And thank you also for inviting me to basically share the project that we're doing together with UTMI and also the Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and also the Registrar's Office. This is basically about promoting modern talent management practices in Asia higher education institution. Basically, the project started basically early in 2019 and was initiated really by the director of UTMI, Professor Nordin. So I'm basically just presenting it on behalf of him and also on behalf of the current director of UTMI. Okay. Well, the project basically involved 11 public and private universities around the world, particularly from University of China. We have and the project is coordinated by UPC or Barcelona Tech in Barcelona, and then supported by 10 other universities. From Beijing Jiaotong University, Beihang University, Tongji, Hebei, and Beijing University Post and Telecommunication. There's 5 universities from China, and then 2 from Malaysia and 3 from Europe. Of course, there's a UTM and Universiti Malaysia, and then Europe is from the Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden and the University of Perpignan in France, and together another university from Portugal, it is University of Lisbon. So these are basically the 11 players trying to come up with what are talent management in terms of academic and also non-academic in the public or private universities. So the overall aim is a long aim to improve the activities and processes that involve the systematic attraction, identification, development, engagement, retention, and the deployment of those employees which are particular value to Asian higher education institution in order to create strategic sustainable success. To put in simple terms, basically it's just to evaluate both in terms of academic and non-academic, in terms from recruitment to retirement, and then in between is basically about development, deployment, and also retaining the staff. So those are basically the scope of the projects that we're trying to do. It involves quite a number of objectives. We say 8 specific objectives and also 8 work packages. But basically it covers 3. The objectives cover the 3 main processes. One is on talent management. And then the second one basically on developing a toolkit for talent management. And finally, we hope basically to build an online observatory on talent management strategies and practices that we can share with others, particularly in the Asian context. These are the 8 work packages that we have being given to and then UTM basically will given the responsibility to carry out the 5th work packages, which we cannot do, particularly due to COVID, and we're supposed to do that this year, but was extended. And then together with Beijing Jiaotong University, so UTM, you see that work package 5, basically on dissemination after all the 4 work packages. So overall, basically, this packages covers one is to define talent management in terms of need, issues, best practices, and also benchmarking. And then we are also given a training from experts in terms of talent management that we managed to do twice already. One in Barcelona and one in Lisbon, and then another in Perpignan. And the third thing is basically developing the online toolkit, which we are basically still undergoing. And then we hope from there we can establish an online observatory about talent management. And finally, the Universiti Malaysia and China University, basically a Chinese university, were given the task to develop an action plan in terms of to ensure its accessibility of these talent management practices. This one of the things that I'm just show you one of the few of the outputs that we managed to come out with. One is in terms of scope, UTM talent management scope is basically to manage and continuously improve an activities, processes that involve the systematic attraction and so on. But if you can see, basically it's about recruitment, welfare, advancement, promotion, and also retirement of its employees, both academic and non-academic. So we also come up with a definition of what is talent, which is given there, which is a potential or strength of people that must be harnessed, developed, and leveraged to fulfill the core business and achieve the vision and mission of an organization, or in this case, UTM. And then we have also defined what is academic and non-academic talent, which I don't put it here because it's a long, quite a long documentation. So just put in simple terms here, what is a talent scope and what is talent. So that basically what we started off. And then these are the activities that we managed to do. The first three activities, one in January, the kickoff meeting in Barcelona, and then the second meeting in Lisbon, whereby we given training and also a workshop on what is talent management. And then in December 2019, we were in France, also another training and also a sharing session, basically with experts, quite a number of experts in Europe that the coordinator brought in just to share with us what are talent management in certain countries, how talent management be practices in certain countries. So after that, it's all stopped, but we managed to do some online meeting, a couple of online meetings already with all the partners, because we cannot go to Stockholm, we cannot go to China and also Portugal. So these are basically, but the training program is still ongoing, but it's quite difficult because most of the training are basically online. So anyway, we hope that we can complete the project by end 2021, but that depends on this progress due to COVID-19 as well. Okay, just to share with you some of the just photos. Basically, one is this is the first kickoff meeting involved in Barcelona Tech or UPC in January 21. During the kickoff meeting, basically we were given a detailed brief about how the project is going to be go about from the coordinator, and then we also managed to do work package 1, basically trying to understand what is talent and talent management academy. And it's good to share because we share between different universities that we know that they have different definition of what is talent and talent management. So this is where I think the workshop is very important from us to move. And at the same time, we managed also to establish a website. Basically, I will show you the website later, and you can basically access the website if you want to have more information about this project. And then this is the second meeting we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor very committed to this project. Second meeting in Lisbon. In this meeting, basically, the task is to define the meaning of talent in Asia higher education, which covers three aspects. One is why talent management is important in higher education, and then there's the talent management practices and how to carry them out, and finally the talent management processes. So during this period here, just show you one exercise. We have quite a number of exercises. Just show you because this is quite interesting. You see, they use Lego blocks. So we given Lego blocks, trying to define what is talent, and you can see the Deputy Vice Chancellor probably enjoying himself, and you can see the father and mother enjoying using Lego block without to compete with their children. This is where this is time probably they have the time to do that. Anyway, on the serious note here. Using this method, basically we define several categories of academics. Here you have four types of academics here. Basically, one is teacher, who are researcher, and then academic managers, and also practitioners. So each of those Lego blocks that you can see on the screen basically define certain type of teacher, researcher, practitioner, or leader manager. Probably the one that looks complicated is the academic leaders, probably, or academic managers. I don't know. Probably the Sharifah who is here, she can basically explain more because she's the one who go to Lisbon. From there, we define we put up certain attributes of what these teachers, practitioners, and academic leaders, and so on, just to show you example from. On the bottom left, that basically that's an attribute of teachers, which is basically teaching innovation skill, pedagogical skill, the ability to deliver good content, clear purpose, higher competency, ability to interact with students, and so on. So those are basically the attributes that we come up with, both for all the four tracks. On this, basically in line with the four tracks that we have here in UTM. So that's basically what we have during that particular session. And then in Pepenon, this is where we have basically sharing session with the experts in terms of not only in terms of talent management, but they managed to get one on from the Office of French Public Higher Education as well. So it's a good sharing session that we have. Then it's good to know also there are different types of talent management, different categories of talent management in terms of organizing talent management. So here also we learn about talent philosophy. And then the task that we have after this is basically to come up with what we call as talent conceptualization. However, we could not do this because due to COVID, because the next training should be on about talent conceptualization, but we stopped there. And we hope that we can do this basically online. So we have planned several online session during this COVID-19, and hopefully let's see basically what we can do come up from there. All right. Finally, I hope in my 10 minutes, finally, this is basically if you want to have more information, you can access to that website, atmtalentasia.org. But just want to say here, basically, this is a project, an interesting project, having sharing from 3 different areas, basically from China, from Malaysia, and also from Europe. Europe have different types of talent management as well between those states or those countries. So it's a good sharing session. So we hope that we can complete this project on time as what is planned, which is to end at November 2021. I think that's all I can share with you. If you have any question, Dr. Sharifah is also here. She can also answer on behalf of this project. about this project. Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Diana.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nazri. All right. Thank you to all speakers. Thank you to all our audience as well as our participants. We will upload all the videos and the slides at the website we have mentioned earlier in the chat box. And you can also reach us through erasmusplus@utm.my, and we will be very pleased to assist you in any way that you require as far as the Erasmus Plus CBHE programs are concerned. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough time to address any question. Nevertheless, you may email us if you have any specific questions to all the presenters just now. We will forward your questions to the specific presenters, or where possible, you can contact them directly. Now we are going to take a group photo, and I'm going to ask my team member Ajla to help assist us. Everybody, could you please turn your video on? And give the best smile you can give. This is for to answer the question just now. What are you doing for Erasmus Days? So this is what we're doing. Right, Ajla, could you help us?
Currently waiting for everyone to turn on their cameras. Okay. All right, I'll be counting in 3 and hopefully everyone can smile with their lummiest smile. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, and the last one maybe with a freestyle. Okay. All right, okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then.
That's my camera actually, the sound.
Thank you very much, Ajla. Thank you very much, everybody. We see you again. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Happy Erasmus Days, everyone.
Dr. G. Happy Erasmus Day, everyone.
Happy Erasmus Day.